And we get ready for the trophy presentation. First up come the officials. Almost always a difficult game to officiate. Did his best, I think, to try and let the game flow at times. It got a little bit scrappy, didn't it, in the second half? I wouldn't really apportion blame to the referee for that necessarily. A red card shown to Dion. They really did put on a show, these two teams. Whilst Real Madrid have lost, they certainly played their part in that. Of course, after games like this, after every El Clasico, there is always reflection. People ask, where are these particular teams in their development? Of course, they're always measured against each other, aren't they? What do you think the reflections will be, Glenn, on where this side is, this Real Madrid side, under Xabi Alonso? Because that question is going to be asked.
Well, as a team, I think they're way behind Barcelona. You've got to say that. I said earlier in the first half, you could see that Barca had a real good system. Everyone had clarity in how they were going to play defensively when they lost the ball and when they certainly had the ball. And that's not taking away anyone's individual flair. There's a system, but they've got the individual flair. Whereas I think Real Madrid are relying on individualism. It's Mbappe, it's maybe Bellingham having a great game, Vinicius tonight. You know, they're relying on individuals. I didn't really see a team that had clarity and you think, well, that's a great system, that's a difficult system to play against. But, you know, they found it hard to close Barcelona. A lot of teams will find it hard because they're so good on the ball. But no, I think there's some question marks there. I don't know if they've got a batch of players that are good players. They've got a few exceptional players. But overall, I don't see the depth of their team as exceptional.
I think it's fair to say that Barcelona are the favourites to win La Liga. But then obviously everyone, after they fell short to Inter in the Champions League last season, will look at it and say, has this team improved? Has it kicked on from last season when they did fall short in the Champions League? Can they win it this season? They've got to be among the contenders, and a lot will depend on the draw as well. But do you see that this is just a team that's building on last season?
Yes, I think so, and I think they've got the full confidence of the coach. I mean, they've won trophy after trophy last year domestically. They obviously, the Champions League is one that they've got their eye on now. There's no doubt about it. As I said earlier, Adam, it just concerns me how they defend so high, close to the halfway line, and they stay square. A back four that stays square, even if it's, you know, close to the 18-yard box. So I think a really, really good side with good movement. And good purveyors of the ball, I think, can open them up. It's whether they take the chances. But as a footballing side, I look at them and I look at Man City. They're two wonderful football teams. If you want to watch a really good team that's functioning well with clarity, with the creativity, I'm sure about the glasses. Rafinha there, it's not that bright over there, surely.
He was just given the MVP award. You can see he's clutching there. Joan Laporta looked pretty emotional there as he hugged Hansi Flick. What a good appointment Flick has been.
He certainly has, hasn't he? Of course he has. You've got to, you know, Barcelona or Real Madrid, you've got to bring trophies in, and he's certainly done that. But I like the way that they're playing. I mean, they're a football side. They've got wonderful players, but they've got a team structure about them, and they've got that swagger now, and they've got bench changes. They've got players that can come on from the bench, and actually the 9 out of 10 performance that they were reaching, certainly in the first half, it's not going to dip down very much from there. So they're going to be contenders for the Champions League, there's no doubt about it. It depends domestically if they can wrap up. They've wrapped up this trophy. Can they wrap up La Liga early in the season, as early as they can, so they can concentrate on the Champions League?
So now just the trophy presentation to come. He's certainly played a huge part again tonight. Rafinha, having scored twice in last season's Super Cup final, he's repeated the feat. They, as a team, have repeated the feat. This is a really impressive group of players, led by a fantastic coach. They hold every single domestic honour in Spanish football, and as Glenn says, the target now for the club clearly will be the Champions League. That's the big one that they really want. Hard for the Real Madrid president there, Florentino Perez, to watch on as the Barcelona players are given their medals. Araujo returning from injury tonight and now ushered over towards the trophy. This is what it's all been about. The Spanish Super Cup to be presented to them now. Not since 2011 had a team retain this trophy, but Barcelona have done it tonight. They are the 2026 Spanish Super Cup winners. And what a game we've seen tonight in Jeddah. Fantastic entertainment, but it's Barcelona who prevail and retain their trophy. So Barcelona the winners here.